Got ourselves Team 2 together with Chrysler, never got to play last time. We got ourselves Draco together with Kajix. I love that mask. That gnome mask, it just looks so troll. We got Mikey B in the back, as well as Fruity Dad. Or Fruity Dad? Fruity Dad. It's like Fruity Uncle, Fruity Grandpa. I'll call it Fruity Dad, just because it's pretty close. Can I create a group? Yeah, more than welcome to Sensual. More than welcome to. We got a pin in the chat at the top, showing you exactly, telling you how you would call the groups. Hell yeah, dude. We got Fazzle on Team 1. We got Gusha gonna be first up versus... Oh, not getting the stun opener versus a Mage. I am surprised. Gonna be a Venti or opener by Fruity Dad. Gusha tricking out with a Shadow Mill to follow. Fruity at least hits him with the Nova. Gusha has had a really tough opener. Is that a no shimmer build for Fruity? Interesting. Gusha tricking to just avoid any of this burst out of the Mage. Gonna be that mirrors either way. Silence as well as rooting Gusha. That's gonna be Images on the other side, blasting him with Frostbolts. Not doing the most amount of damage, but slowing him down for sure. Quick Breath and Fruity going for a Fireball with a Rune of Power, maybe get interrupted on Arcane. Trying to go for some damage. Gonna be a Maim as Gusha tries to go for a Convoke, but that was a blink out of the Mage. The Mage with the blinks, dude. Skull Bash onto fire. Fruity no longer has to worry about interrupts anymore. That was probably the shortest Skull Bash ever, as Fruity continues to get fireballs into Gusha. On Team 2, we also have Jesus. We got MC'd, MCDC'd, as well as Shaladrisa. Gusha slinging around the corner. Looks like he's kind of trying to avoid Fruity Dad as best as he can. Quick Breath onto the Druid before he catches a reset. Ring of Frost. He can't really leave Ring of Frost. Trying to get frozen in line of sight. Fruity Dad did not need to move for the Greater Pyro, but decided just in case, just to make sure you can get the most damage out. Ring of Fire, everything, just to put some sustained pressure onto Gusha. Blinking next to the Feral, hits him with a Nova. Trying to make some damage happen with the Shackles of Malediction. Gusha went for a full Restoration Affinity self-healing. There's going to be a lot of that necrotics onto Gusha as he's continuing to heal himself as much as possible. Quick Skull Bash onto Fruity as he swaps out towards Frostbolt spamming since he can't do much fire damage. Meteor coming down to Gusha with big crits. That's going to be Bear Form. Friends in Region trying to heal as much as he can, but Fruity that got a Pyroblast on lock. Down, just throwing damage into Fazzle. Wasn't sure exactly who it was going to be. Chucked a Fire Blast into Fazzle. Good thing it was Fazzle up next, but Fruity is still, while you gave Fazzle opportunity to at least run to the pillar, he is going to chase him with a Pyroblast or two. Fazzle popping off the Dark Pack, maybe a little early, but not like Fruity Dad really gave him an opportunity to get a proper reset or anything. And that's going to be Fruity at least able to get a Ring of Frost onto that pet. That's going to be Fazzle summoning up a new Felguard. Might be able to interrupt him. Looks like it's not going to interrupt him, but is going to force him back. Going to be Fel Domination. Use a 3-minute cooldown, which I think can be a 2-minute cooldown if you run a Conduit. But it lets you almost insta-cast summon a pet really quickly. So Rod getting interrupted. Fruity did shrink it for that interrupt though. As a Fel Lord on the other side, Fruity tried to avoid him. That's going to be Mirror's Torment onto Fazzle. As he's going to continue casting only 2 more spells he needs to cast. And then he gets interrupted 1 spell. Let's get another cast. Meteor coming down. Fruity trying to make some damage happen with a Ring of Fire. Fazzle sitting inside a Meteor as well as Ring of Fire with a wall. Eventually, something is going to silence him. There goes that silence. Doesn't silence him because of the wall, but does root him in place. Has to go for a bit of a port. Taking those Pyroblasts back to back. Dark Pack giving him a little bit of a shield to work with. But he's not really getting any kind of self-recovery. That shield does prevent damage, but so far his health is kind of on the lower end. Fruity Dad is able to deal with the pet pretty easily. Fazzle tried not to get interrupted as he's trying to summon a pet, sending a Mortal Call over onto Fruity with a Fear to Follow. That's going to be that. That's Undead Racial. He literally, Undead Racial, looked at Fazzle, didn't even interrupt him. He just Ring of Frost. You can't go anywhere anyway. He's trying to get a cast off. Hits him with a Ring of Fire. Fazzle taking a bit of that dot damage, trying to go for a gateway. Pyroblast on a Fire Blast. Tried to Soul Shape in the last second, but still takes the damage. It was so funny. Fruity wanted to go for an interrupt, and then he's like, you know what? It's like running Fear. Undead just looked at him. Just stared at him. It's like, okay, Ring of Frost. You're mine. There it is. Eat a Pyro. Gonna be a Pyro onto Jesus as he's playing out the Frost Death Knight. Fruity try to see if he can melt him down. Flesh got burned through pretty quickly. As there was a full burst out of Fruity, minus the combustion, so he's saving that for later. Trying to go for Frostbolt onto Jesus. Jesus with a double grip, so he has 2 grips. So he has 2 Death Advances. Gonna be the grippy hand, gripping the rest of Team 2 in. But Fruity just gonna have to find a way to deal with it. It's gonna send Mirrors of Torment on Jesus. Just getting slapped around. The triple shield is helping him. Has the alter time in case he needs to reverse himself back to a better health point. Silence onto Fruity. Could be in a bit of trouble. But it's gonna be AMS for Jesus. Fruity might just have to see if he can burn through AMS or wait it out. Full burst out of Jesus too. Quick breath as soon as AMS is over. Try to go for a poly. Is going to blink away as the stun comes out. Poly onto Jesus as a greater pyro is getting set up. Unless that goal gets a stun onto a Fruity, I don't think there's anything Jesus can really do about it. Ring of Fire with full combustion. Jesus sitting in the fire while anti-magic zone is on him. The fire is going to burn him for quite a bit of damage. Is going to sacrifice the pet. Walking back into the ring though, I don't really know if he wants to do that. But maybe you can walk out of the ring, but walking back in the ring doesn't do damn. Fruity with a quick invis did not combust for that one either. I actually honestly thought he combusted just now. I thought maybe he's running like a combust Lego, but he is not. Triple shield Lego is what he's running. Fireball getting set up. Now comes combustion. Does Jesus have the damage? Battle Master trigger just to see if he can survive this. Trying to go for as many death strikes as possible just so he can live. For Dad, unable to bust through Jesus right now. This man is actually Jesus, just healing right through him. Just death striking for his life. And Furry Dad is going to port back to where he once was. Ring of Frost onto Jesus, has himself AMS as well as the Death Pact. The AMS is going to give him a little bit of survivability against the Mage. Trying to see if he can Death Strike through the Death Pact as another Meteor comes down. Fruity just going to let that thing slam down. Silence as he's trying to get himself a full rune of power. Going to be Shackles as Jesus is going to break Shackles apart. Going to be Jesus trying to get himself a heal with a quick intro by Fruity. Trying to burn Jesus with whatever ability this has got. Literally resorting to arcane spells as a Fire Mage with Arcane Explosion. Jesus got himself, he needs more resources, trying to go for full runic power setup just to get some of those death coils in. Fruity trying to do the damage before Jesus can get any kind of healing. Oh my, what is going on? What is this team? Okay, boys, alrighty, boys, what is this? Wait, why would you guys do that? Why? Did Jesus say something? Did Jesus say something? They're literally all waiting, and as soon as he went down, like scavengers, like hyenas, they went and ransacked his body, dropping in flags, butcher him up, teabagging him to death. MC is going to eventually get silenced, trying to see if he can dispel all the buffs of a Fruity. Maybe he's expecting a combustion anytime soon. Massive spell for MC D-Seed is going to be able to remove Mirza Torment completely. Quite a mana-intensive ability with a practical cooldown for a Shadow Priest, but it's still worth. Completed denying that racial altogether. He attacked me for no reason, kicked W. He pissed me off at the element today. Attacked me for no reason. Did it really? Did it really? Vukasin, how you doing, my guy? Yo, Vukasin, I miss you, buddy. How you doing, my man? Yo, Vukasin, yo, my guy, thank you so much for that help with that a week aura. I might get another week aura from you when the Mage Star comes out. Yo, can we get a hashtag Vukasin in the chat, boys? This man single-handedly helped me prog through Castle Nathri to Nathrius, dude, from P1. Hashtag Vukasin, boys. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate you. As 40 did try to go for a big bust, Trinket out of the fear immediately. Still got those Fire Blast, Pyro Blast, and the MCD seed in a really tight spot. Try to go for a Shadow Mend. Gonna be Fruity around the corner. Trying to see if I'm able to get an interrupt on him. MCDC just continued to purge Fruity of any buffs while he has. Trying to just get an interrupt on Shadow. Ring missing by air. That bread did not last long enough. MCDC got himself greater fate. Again, trying to keep purges onto Fruity's best possible stun. Knows the Mage could blink out of it. Could be interrupted at any moment. The Mage, does he miss the interrupt? He does. Mind games onto Fruity with a silencer follow-up. Maybe. Fruity might be in trouble here. MCDC definitely tried to put some pressure. Fruity got himself that all the time in case he's in trouble. And I think MCDC is just going to purge it completely. Meteor coming down. Does he have combustion? He does not. Waiting for that Meteor to slam down before he sends out a Pyro. MCDC had no health whatsoever. Nova missing. I think MCDC tried to go for the Shadow Melt for a moment, which is why Fruity couldn't see him for a moment, even though it looked really, really faint. Ring of Fire on the other side. MCDC touches that ring, taking a bit of that dot damage. Continue to purge Fruity aggressively as best as he can. Trinket into fear, has a undead racial for it. MCDC trying to get interrupted. Greater fate to follow. Needs to get himself a heal or so. That's going to be a stun. Fruity Trinket's out of it. That's going to be Arcane Explosion taking down the Shadow Priest with Shaladrisa. The last one left on that team. Fruity might have to ice block it. Wait, not yet. Got himself a triple shield right in the last second. My side to ice block it is going to be the Cauterize, as well as an ice block. Maybe too bad to use both of them. Maybe it's going to really put him behind using both of those powerful defenses. The ice block as well as a Cauterize, because normally you can Cauterize triple shield and soak a lot of that damage into triple shield, but we are at 10-minute mark, 10:30 in fact. We are quite a bit into dampening. Immediate blink for Fruity, try not to sit. Lockdown is going to be kidney shot after that. A cheap shot. Ring of Fire around the corner as Shaladrissa does take a Fire Blast or two, as well as Ring of Fire. Walking back into it, I think it's going to maybe refresh his dot. There's going to be quite a bit of damage. Trying to catch a reset, does go for a Shadow Milk. Going to be Fire Blast on top of Juicy, getting him out. Fruity maybe trying to go for a Mirrors of Torment. It's going to trick it out of the blind. Try to freeze Juicy, going to be G-Pie immediately. Juicy trick inside of it, try to get a interrupt onto fire. Fruity got himself full combustion. Juicy cloaks and shadows on it. Fruity just needs to wait long enough. He got himself cauterized all time available. Breath as the meteor comes down. Oh my god, the meteor! Breath and the meteor. Juicy just didn't move. Oh my god, Fruity. Yo, this guy's insane. My goodness. Oh geez. Yo, Central Ship, you got a group? Yo, we got to get you in. Yo, have you added Central? Because I can get you in next. Yo, Fruity is a god, dude. I got to get Team Chrysler back on this, dude. Only Fruity and so far the Monk got to play with that team. We got to get you guys in there immediately.